We'll get started. Let's go ahead and we'll get started with Emily Otten.
Hello, my name is Emily Ott, and I am a National Marketing Director with Juice Plus. I'm so excited to share with you guys really my 10-year plus experience with the Juice Plus company and community and how it has helped me create a life I love. My hope and prayer is that by the end of this, you'll feel empowered and inspired and mostly confident to really jump in with us and start creating a life you love. So today I'm going to be sharing about experience, community, the compound effect, finding confidence yourself, and most of all, clarity and where you can start today. So our community, let's talk about that first. I like to say the best of both worlds met me at just 20 years old. I was in college at the time, working 3 part-time jobs, training for marathons, doing what I thought was best for my health at the time, but I constantly found myself sick and run down. Once I started taking Juice Plus and making healthy changes to my lifestyle, I quickly fell in love with this community and everything that it was about. I experienced incredible health benefits and knew if it made sense to me, it was most likely going to make sense to others. And it was so smart of me to start sharing it. You see, I always looked at Juice Plus as the easiest and most affordable way that I could invest into my health. The 3 things that make Juice Plus unique is number 1, it's food. It's a nutrition label. It's functional food with purpose. I love that every single ingredient and plant in Juice Plus has its own set of benefits and know exactly where to go in the body. Number 2, it's beyond organic. So it's NSF certified, which means that every batch is tested for herbicides, pesticides, heavy metals, any contaminants. And this gives me peace of mind knowing that when I invest in this health product, I'm getting quality and I'm getting safety. And number 3, it's the most researched product of its kind, which I think is the best. There's over 45 studies showing just how it works in the body. And it gives me confidence knowing that number 1, it's bioavailable. It gets into the bloodstream. It gets to work. Things that you can't always feel are shown through this research on what it actually does on a cellular level, which is amazing. So we know we have products that solve problems for people, right? Helping people get more micro and macronutrition. And now with Juice Plus Luminate, helping people, myself included, have more energy and more mental clarity. I know walking into this new season of motherhood, Juice Plus Luminate landed in my lap at the perfect time. So you have these amazing products and you have this company and you marry it together with this incredible hybrid business model. And I remember learning about this hybrid business model when I was in college. I was actually majoring in marketing and advertising. And I remember so many light bulbs going off. It was a flip chart that really helped me see the difference of being an employee versus being an entrepreneur. And I just knew that I wanted all of the perks on the right side, which I'll get to in a little bit. But our hybrid business model with Juice Plus is so much more than network marketing. It made sense to me because number 1, it took a piece of franchising. So it's a brand name product, but it's tapping into a tried and proven system. So when you pay to join the Juice Plus company, you're paying into a franchise that's already established, which I love. And number 2, it's that direct sales, right? It's person to person. You get to share a product directly from the company and they will ship it directly to the customer. So we don't have to carry inventory or have any headaches along that road. And number 3, there's a wellness coordinator program, which I love. You get to really offer this opportunity to medical professionals and people that are wanting to help a lot of customers say yes to Juice Plus. So the wellness coordinator program is amazing. And number 4, the network marketing piece that I mentioned is building a network of people who love Juice Plus and leveraging off of building a team of helping other people share Juice Plus. And number 5, which was really the piece that helped me say yes at such a young age, was the corporate America. It's the piece of the hybrid business model that allows us to have a full family benefits plan at the top positions of our company. So piecing all of these together, I thought I had nothing to lose to say yes to this business. I love that this business model is designed for an average person to start a business, that they can work part-time, work around their life, and ultimately have the opportunity to create time and financial freedom to do what they love with the people they love. So I started so that I could have the option to be home and present with my family and experience life to the fullest. But at the time, I was only just a student. I wasn't married, I didn't have kids, but I had that long-term vision of being home with my kids and creating something that would allow me to be present, creating something that would allow me to create a life I love, which I'll be talking about today. So some people join network marketing. Some people join an opportunity like this to get their products at a better cost, to offset their costs. And that's great. Some people want to earn some extra cash. But something that I said yes to down the road was really wanting to change my future. So some might join to really change the trajectory of their life. So the good news is people's perception on network marketing has changed. Purchasing online and having things shipped to you isn't weird. It's actually really normal. Buying things from yourself or a friend is the new normal. And I myself, being a millennial, our generation's mindset is purpose over paycheck, mentor over a boss, conversations over reviews, not just having a job, but a life we love. And so we value working smarter, not harder. We value our time more than our stuff. And I believe creating recurring income in this space, in this Juice Plus world, is the solution to so many of those things. But to be honest, I wasn't necessarily looking for a business opportunity. I loved the idea of helping others on their health journey, having flexibility around my work, designing my own days, earning an extra income from my phone, not having a boss that I have to ask for time. It was all those things on the flip chart that made me say, I want that. And so I quickly realized that building a Juice Plus business was a good investment of my time, because we help people create a daily habit and our products are consumable, which means as I help more people, I create more recurring income. But more importantly, I love the idea of partnering with a company that cared about my kids and this next generation as much as I do. And that's with our Healthy Starts program. It's actually where I got started in college. I got my Juice Plus fruit and veggie blend for free because my mom ordered. So the Healthy Starts program really is where our family got started, but it gave me a vision for knowing that so many moms are looking for this simple solution to get more nutrition into their family's diet in a simple way. So that being said, I realized that this was a long-term investment. I realized that there's a long-term investment for my health, and I wanted to help other people see it as an investment rather than an expense. So I hired myself out of college and went all in on this business. I focused on relationships. I became a student of the industry, which we'll get to today. I became a student of the product, the business, personal growth. And honestly, looking back, I'm so thankful now, because looking back, it was truly the Juice Plus company and this opportunity that was the catalyst for helping me think differently. Does anyone want to think differently? Hopefully you guys have an open mindset as I shared today. Did you know that the e-commerce industry is predicted to triple by 2030? And the health and wellness space is projected to reach 8.5 trillion by 2027. So my question for you is, are you looking for opportunities? Because if you have your eyes open, this is an opportunity that can change the trajectory of your life if you decide to jump in and commit. So first, I'm going to start with clarity. What is your vision? Have you ever heard the quote, "Where there is no vision, people perish"? This community has given me such a bigger vision for my life, and this company and compensation plan has been the vehicle to help me make my dreams a reality. What does it look like to actually create a life you love with Juice Plus? It's going to be different for everyone. Imagine waking up every morning, feeling energized, excited about the day ahead. Picture yourself spending quality time with your loved ones, pursuing passions, making a meaningful impact in your community, envisioning a life where you have the freedom to travel, explore new opportunities, create lasting memories. And now consider how this opportunity with Juice Plus can play just really a role in turning that vision into a reality. So with this opportunity, you have the opportunity to build a flexible and lucrative business that aligns with your lifestyle goals. And your lifestyle goals might look different than my lifestyle goals. So whether you aspire to achieve financial independence, enjoy more time with your family, pursue those side passions, pursue other things, this opportunity allows you to make it happen. It's your So That business. It's not just about selling Juice Plus products. It's about inspiring healthy living and wellness while building a thriving business. Imagine being a part of a community that shares your values and supports your journey towards a healthier, more fulfilling life. I like to think that I get paid to be my best self. I get paid to be my healthiest self. And with Juice Plus, you have the chance to make a positive impact on other people's lives and your own life while achieving your own personal and financial goals. So as you envision that ideal lifestyle, what does it look like to create a life you love? Whether it's having more financial options, personal growth, making a difference in the world, embracing an opportunity to create a life you love, I want you to think about that for a minute. What would it mean for you to create a life you love? Owning your calendar, having more choices with your checkbook, working with the people you love. In this new season of motherhood, I love to say that the Juice Plus business provides passion and purpose alongside all seasons of motherhood. You see, I said yes to this business long before I was ever a mom, but I always had that vision of creating an income with this so that, right? I mentioned the so that I could be home with my kids. What it provides for moms and women is absolutely priceless. And I've had just a piece of that. It's so much more than the paycheck. It's how you earn the paycheck. It's what the paycheck represents. And it's been such a blessing raising kids in the Juice Plus community. Raising kids in the Juice Plus community allows our kids to see the value of working hard towards something that is making a positive impact. The opportunity to build a business around your life and not your life around a business. So over the last 10 years, it has blessed our family with options, not just with our time and our money, but now being a new mom, it has a whole new meaning. Because of my Juice Plus paycheck, I get to be home with my daughter and not rely on daycare. We've been blessed with the opportunity to pay down debt, renovate our kitchen, travel more, invest, and most importantly, spend more time doing what's important to us. What if Juice Plus could help you make what's number one in your heart and make it number one with your time? So I want you to get that vision clear, and I want you to hold that vision and trust the process. Moving into this whole compound effect, what does it look like to trust the process? What does the process look like? I want you to think about the compound effect. The Juice Plus product is a compound effect for your health. Every single time you take Juice Plus, your future health is benefiting in some way. It's not an overnight result, we know this, but with being consistent, daily habits with Juice Plus can help us create good health. The same goes with our finances. The Juice Plus business is a compound effect for our finances and our personal growth. Every single time you show up and touch your business and invest with income producing activities, your business and personal growth is impacted. It's also not an overnight result, but with consistent habits, we can build the business that helps us create a life we love. So why is the compound effect so important? Why do I look at it? Why do I look at the long-term vision with the compound effect in mind? You may not see results right away. It's so important to know that. It's the power of routines, rituals, and habits. This quote says, you work out one day, you're not going to immediately be jacked or lose all the weight. It's not until 90 days, 120 days, 6 months, or even a year down the road of that long-term ripple effect. The long-term effect from the compounding interest of your efforts. So you see, I would have never been able to touch as many lives, that ripple effect, without this Juice Plus business. The impact our team is making is one that fuels me to keep going. The mission to love, serve, and grow. But all of this came with building confidence over the years. I have been in the Juice Plus business and company now for 10 years, and I have grown so much. Personal growth, but finding confidence. As I started to grow my business and my paycheck, it gave me confidence that this was something I could actually do. I knew back then what I wanted to have now, and I'm so glad I stuck to it because now I'm living in it. And I want to inspire you to have Juice Plus help you create a life you love. So I'm going to share with you 3 things that I've done over the years to help me create confidence. Number 1 is that personal growth piece I was talking about. Success in network marketing requires you to have continuous learning and growth. You see, I've had my doubts and fears creep in along my journey. What if I failed? What if I wasn't good enough? What if I didn't have what it takes? What if I didn't want to do those things? And I definitely didn't want to sell anything. So I had to dig deep down and build my belief in 3 main areas. I had to build my belief in myself. I had to build belief in the products, the company, belief in the industry. A few resources that I've listened to and read over the years. I'm going to give you guys a book. Is The Compound Effect by Darren Hardy. It's incredible. Also, Flip Flop CEO. A documentary that I've watched over and over again that I believe is more relevant now than it even was 10 years ago is called Rise of the Entrepreneur. You can find it on YouTube. And an audio. This is my favorite audio. I used to listen to it in a CD, in my car on a CD every single day to the gym and on the way home from the gym. And now you can find it on YouTube. And it's called Building Your Network Marketing Business with Jim Rohn. These resources helped me build confidence. These resources didn't create overnight success for me. It was staying committed and staying consistent at learning and growing with these resources. So number one was the personal growth piece. And number two was the why power. You might think that doing this business in the midst of motherhood takes a lot of willpower, but I'm here to tell you that it's actually the why power. This quote from the Compound Effect says, "Forget about willpower. It's time for why power. Your choices are only meaningful when you connect them to your desires and your dreams. The wisest and most motivating choices are the ones aligned with that which you identify as your purpose, your core self, and your highest values." You've got to want something and know why you want it, or you'll end up giving up easily. So having your why power. And number three is really celebrating success along the way. Sometimes we get way too focused on the destination and we don't take time to enjoy and celebrate the achievements and milestones along the way, whether those are big or small. So don't forget to celebrate your success, celebrate your progress, celebrate your success. Be mindful of at the end of the day, maybe reflecting on at least one win. Whether that win was big or small, you can start to train your brain to see the wins. You can start to train your brain to see the things you're grateful for, to see the things that are working, because what we focus on grows. So in the Juice Plus company, I'm so proud to be a part of a company that is stable and lasting. And this whole idea is built to last. I like to think of, if you're going to invest in a business to grow, if you're going to build something that will last. And with Juice Plus, you can. If I had to start over from scratch today and build my business all over again, I can confidently say I would, because it's worth it. So maybe you're watching this and maybe some of these things could be an answer to some of your prayers right now. Let this be a sign to awaken your inner entrepreneur. This business model works if you work. Start with setting a goal, create a plan, commit to a personal growth piece, focus on progress, not perfection, celebrate your progress, fill your mind with the truth, let go of instant gratification. Too many people give up way too soon. So think about your long-term vision and focus on the daily habits that will get you there. I know sometimes your dreams and your dreams and the life you want to live feel far away, but I'm here to tell you they're really not. Don't count yourself out. Remember, we're all on a journey, and there are people out there praying for what we have to offer. Health, purpose, friendship, community, finances. Don't let yourself get in the way of helping others find hope. So in closing, today I've talked about what does it look like to create a life you love with Juice Plus, looking into the community and how it's blessed me over the last 10 years, looking into the compound effect and really seeing this as a long-term investment, a long-term yes, and how those compound effects, those daily choices add up. And then finding confidence. What does it look like to build belief in this and find confidence that you are in the right place at the right time? I can confidently say there's never been a better time to join the Juice Plus community, the Juice Plus company, and everything we have going on. And then having clarity, getting clear on what you want, getting clear on what that looks like for your life to create a life you love. So you've got community, the compound effect, confidence, clarity, creating a life you love. And in closing, I will just tell you, too many times people wait until they feel confident enough to act. But I'm here to remind you that your confidence will build as you take action. So if any of this resonated with you, take it as a sign. Don't delay creating a life you love. There's never been a better time to jump in with our Juice Plus company. And the biggest risk of all is never giving it a go. The biggest risk of all is never going all in and seeing what's actually possible for you. Thank you.
Wow. That was worth the price of admission to this call today. Am I right? Wow. Wow. Okay. So I don't know about you, but I got a whole page of notes and I feel like I want to go back and listen to it again and pick up any notes that I missed, anything I missed out on, because there were a few things I missed out. But here's what I want to ask you guys. Her first question was getting clarity. And then what is your vision for this business? And one of the points, and before I want to hear from you, she kind of had a tagline to that was, what's number one in your heart? And then what's number one with your time? And I think so much of the time I hear people say, well, excuse me, I'm not making what I want to make in this company, or I'm just not making what I want to make. But when you tie it to how much time they invest, we almost have to laugh together. I've done this with multiple people. We laugh when we say, how much time did you invest in this company or in your business last month? And how much did you make? And invariably, they're making $100 an hour. They've barely invested any time. And I think the reason we don't invest enough time is because we don't know what's really in our heart, and getting that clarity of why we're doing this business. And I think that question to ourselves, what is my vision for this business? What do I really want to accomplish with this? And if you can't, and I think there are different times in the last 25 years, there were times when I could quickly give you that answer. And then there are times when I'm like, what do I want at this season, 25 years in? That vision needs to be, will be changing, and we better be asking ourselves that question. So let me ask you, from a position standpoint, a fulfillment standpoint, a money standpoint, what is your vision for yourself? Because as she was talking, I literally have 5 names down of people I want to reach out to. I want to send them this video, and I want to talk to them about introducing this business to them and using this. I mean, this to me is an incredible tool to invite people into the business with us. And so as she was talking, but before I start sending this to people, I got to get real clarity with, what do I want 25 years in with the business the size that it is? What is my vision for the next 25 years? So I'm kind of thinking through this in my mind. The first thing that really comes to me is my husband probably will retire in the next year. He's still deciding. We go back and forth, year to 3 years. And when I think about what kind of income stream it brings in now and what it really can do in the next 1 to 3 years, what I can really build it to if I get clarity with my vision versus just letting it kind of bump along. How many people on this call right now, and I'm raising my hand, that I've kind of been in a season of letting it bump along? But what if I got laser focus and really identified, where do I want my business to be? Let's say my husband works another 4 years. What do I want those numbers to look like? My team to look like? My new people I've brought into the business? How well I've developed them? If you're bringing people into this business, she talked about taking them on this development journey. Are we doing that for the people? Or are we saying, they're, they're just not cutting it? Or is it me not cutting it? Is it me not being a good leader and helping them really dive into personal growth, product growth, business growth? Am I communicating with them? Oh my gosh. And I did yesterday, I listened to a phenomenal call with Eric Worre and this person he had on. Am I personally digging deep and being the leader I need to be so that I'm passing off? Oh my gosh, read this book. Oh my gosh, listen to this. Have you done this? What about this? Can we do a call? Am I doing that for my team? And am I doing that for myself? If I'm doing it for myself, I've got something to share with my team. But I think when we're not personally, I think her talking about that confidence and that personal growth, if we're not doing that, we're in having a vision for where we want to go. There is no way we're going to be able to do it for our team. And those new people, we won't even have the desire to bring on new people. Okay, I'm going to shut up. Think about, so for me, here I go talking a little bit more. But for me, I think I really am going to spend some time this week getting clarity on where do I want to be by the time Scott retires? Do I want to be right where I am now? Or do I really want to dig in and say, here's where I'm going? And unless I can identify where I want to go, it's hard to plan what you're going to do. And so you bump along. Anybody else kind of feeling that after hearing her? And anybody want to share? Here's my vision. Aaron,
Can I go, Elaine?
I would
Thanks.
love for you
Um,
to.
I I am I mean the Lord's just been working in a whole lot of ways through and just reminding me like about the consistency and the practice. I've been like picking up guitar again and just was actually forced to lead worship and this morning and I'm real it's just been this teaching of like I've had to practice and practice and practice. And even what Emily said about the working out, like you just don't work out one time or even one time a week. And it's been really neat because I think what's changing in me is this realization of just this consistency that's so important. And it's starting to irk me when I'm not consistent with Juice Plus. I really need to be really listening and aware to the rub in my spirit when I don't do it because I've been called to do it, you know? And that has never changed, but I have ignored the rub,
Mm.
the dissonance in me when I don't work well, you know? And I feel so much better when I work well and just reach out. So I'm excited about that. But I think goal wise for me, I'd really love to be QNMD by the end of the summer and
Okay.
just take up that bring it on two partner pluses every month. It's a great incentive right now, and I think it just helps with consistency of building. And if I can build at least 3 or 4 of those into QSCs and into an SC, I mean, I could be at NMD by spring easy. So anyway, I think that that's a way we can I really am longing to move forward and just having Selah come on next week. It makes Selah's my daughter, guys, and she's turning 18 on Saturday and she's going to join us. And it kind of makes me go like, oh my gosh, I'm going to have somebody nipping at my heels here.
Mm-hmm. I love it. Thank you, Aaron, for sharing. And I think back to when we don't consistently work this business is because we don't have any vision for where we're going. It's hard to be consistent when we don't know what we're doing or why we're doing it. So I think continuing like I'm going to do, get clarity on that. If we're hanging around, bumping around the same place for years on end, it's because we don't know where we're going. And Lord knows if we don't know where we're going, we're not going to have anyone following us because they're not going to follow someone they don't know where they're going.
Right.
Oh,
Right.
anybody else? What spoke to you about hearing Emily? Thank you, Aaron, for your transparency.
Well, I had Emily on tape that I listened to all day long. That was amazing. But just what you were saying, Elaine, reminded me of many years ago, a pastor. I was talking with him, and he looked at me and he said, "Brenda, what makes you cry and pound the table?" And it took me back, and I said, I don't know what you mean. He goes, "What is most important to you?" And that question, just which is what you're asking, was, at that point, I wanted to retire from teaching. Well, first I wanted to get healthy. I wanted to be well because I was sick. And then I wanted, even though as a single mom, teaching, people don't retire. You don't hear about people retire from teaching, much less single moms, and never believing, never even imagining that could happen. And yet that's what this business has done for me. Not only the relationships of the people that I hold most dear in my life, but what it's allowed me to do and to retire from teaching. That this is the house the Lord and Juice Plus built for me, in and getting to be with both of my parents before they passed, and even to see my son straighten his life out. And so right now, in terms of I've got 3 nieces and nephews. All 3 of them are pregnant right now, or just had a baby, and they all live right here, and I get to be a part of that. And so it's a real transitional moment for me. But I think you're right. It's the long term. What makes me passionate is helping people get well. Is helping it's seeing babies grow up. My niece has been on Juice Plus since she was 6. She's due next month. Her OB/GYN has told her at every visit, "You are the healthiest patient I've ever had." She's taken at least double Juice Plus, and last night wrote me 4 recipes for our energy bites, and she wanted to know how soon she could go on Luminate after she has the baby, and she's just so passionate, and she said, Aunt B, I want the life that you have.
Wow.
So anyway, sorry, but it's important. And just like you were saying, Erin, with Selah, anyway, thanks.
Thank you, Brenda.
Brenda, you have inspired us all just seeing you watch and make your goal, just us watching. So that's been exciting. One of the things I like, she was talking so quickly, I didn't write it all down, but I love the part when she's talking about this generation now, how they get direct sales, how they get having something mailed right to you, how they put purpose over money, how they want to have relationships. And I thought, you know what? All that stuff from years ago about the stigma with network marketing, it's really not there anymore. And especially with this younger generation. And to think that she was in college and she got the vision in college. Do I want to be my own boss, or do I want to be an employee somewhere? That is amazing. That is really amazing. And it kind of makes me want to talk to young people. And even if they start the Juice Plus on the side while they are an employee somewhere else, that was just really, I think that would be a great video just to send to potential partners who are young and who are entrepreneur minded. But I love it. Beth had to drop off. I'm so happy to have a partner join me. My sister's always been so good being on, but Beth had a hair appointment at 11. She's like, I'm going to be popping on and off. I don't know if they're, I'll be under the dryer or what. But it makes me excited because Beth is excited having this new partner and knowing how much she just sees the community, how she has the vision for good health and how it will impact them financially. So that is important for me, not just myself, all those things, but now I can give that gift to somebody else and she can get that benefit. And I'm excited for her. So hopefully, I was just texting her, you got to get this recording from today, because I know she's got a son getting married and a future daughter-in-law who might be, this might be great for.
I love it. I love looking and seeing who else can I share this incredible gift. Okay, anybody else, as you're listening, that vision, it's kind of helping you get clarity hearing her. Sandy.
Yes, this hit home pretty well. So I was sharing earlier with my partner Stacia our 3 events that we had. So when we had the leadership conference in Indy, she and I had a heart to heart, and we said to each other, what we're doing is not working. So when we have stories of hope, or we have Juice Plus informational event, it's not working. People aren't showing up. So she said, what else can we do? What else can we do? And so, and I give credit to Stacia for this because she came up with, she was talking about this pie that Randy, her husband, loves. And so she said, what do you think about doing? First of all, we said the whole reason we do what we do is because of Juice Plus, and we always share that as the foundation of everything that we do. And from that stems the Shred 10, healthy living, exercising, looking for healthy recipes, and so on and so forth. And so she said, what do you think about charging to make a pie, and the people can take it home and bake it, and we share with them why we do what we do. It's because of Juice Plus we do this. And so I believe we charged $12. They had to bring their own utensils and so forth. Stacia went out and did all the shopping for the people that were going to be attending. The next event we introduced the Luminate, and we shared, this is our brand new product. If you're the energy drinker crowd, or you have to have your coffee and your caffeine, this is something that will speak to you. So we shared Luminate with everybody, and talked about the ingredients and so forth. And then we came up with the idea of, well, what about a crock pot dinner? And everybody brought their crock pot, everybody brought stirring utensils and so forth. We made the slow cooker enchilada quinoa bake. And one of the gals was so excited, she couldn't wait till the next day. She went home and fixed it that night because her husband was working late, and they had that for a late dinner. And then she texted me later and she said, oh, we're having leftovers. And so, of course, we charged for that too. That was a $15 charge. But kudos to Stacia for she and I saying, this is not working. We've got to do something differently. And so when this gal, when whatever her name was, Emily, when she said confidence builds with action. Now we learned from those new things that we did, and we will do them better and differently the next time. But we did something that we had not done before. And we showed that it can be fun, it can be healthy, and your family's going to love the product. So, product meaning lots of things.
Yeah.
I love that, Sandy, talking of making that connection between when we take action, we build confidence. So I love that. Kudos to you and your team for just having 3. It sounds like awesome events. All right, well, I'm going to wrap it up. I want to try to keep these calls short. So Brenda, if you'll stop it, that'd be great. And let's get more people